It's Super Regional Weekend this weekend, which just about has come to a close, but only one more game left on the docket. Intrigue all the way around. We were hoping for some upsets, got close here, but some of those big name teams are showing up in Omaha. I thoroughly enjoyed it this weekend, keeping tabs on it, also watching an unbelievable game yesterday from Florida and Clemson. Tremendous stuff all the way through, and it feels like it's not even anticlimactic. These series have been so good through the regionals and super regionals that you're like, okay, is it done yet? No, we still have the College World Series, Ben, on deck here.
Yeah, Donnie, it's a great point. 7 of the 8 spots in the Men's College World Series in Omaha starting on Friday have already been taken. We are not going to get a ton of winner-take-all Game 3s on what could be the final day of the Super Regionals on this Monday. One Game 3 in Athens between Georgia and NC State, but despite 7 of the 8 spots booked and those tickets punched to Omaha, we have seen a thrilling weekend. On Saturday, Evansville, the number 4 seed, knocked off the number 1 national seed in Tennessee in the Knoxville Regional. The Purple Aces were one win away from becoming just the 4th ever number 4 seed since seeding began in this format in 1999 to make the Men's College World Series. But Tennessee bounced back with a 12-1 onslaught yesterday against Evansville. So Tony Vitello and his Volunteers, the number 1 national seed, on to Omaha. To Donnie's point, hope you caught the game yesterday. A 13-inning thriller between Florida and Clemson. The Gators walked off in extra innings, 11-10. But Clemson was down 9-6. The best comeback team in the country. 25 come-from-behind victories this season, the most nationally. Cam Canarella hits a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th to extend it. And in extra innings, makes a Willie Mays over-the-shoulder bucket catch, falling into the wall. One of the best grabs you will ever see in any baseball game, collegiate or otherwise, to keep the Tigers season afloat for at least a couple more innings, only for Florida to advance. Jack Caglione, if you don't know the name, get to know it. He is an absolute freak of nature. And today in Athens, you will see Charlie Condon. They're probably going to go 1-2 in the MLB draft here next month.
Yeah, exciting times all the way through. Just about set here now. So we take a look at the 2024 College World Series odds. Before we get there, Ben, when does the series actually start? Is it the weekend? Do we take a couple days off? What's the next deal for us? So we go. So we'll go Friday with that.
I believe we get the start. Yeah.
Good. We'll go with that. So a nice little weekend set up here. Now, as we take a look at the favorites, and even though we don't know all 8 seeds just yet, Texas A&M plus 270, Tennessee plus 280, Kentucky at plus 460, or followed by North Carolina at a plus 650 price. Are we lining up these odds here at the FanDuel Sportsbook appropriately, or is there going to be some value on the board once we get all 8 set here for Omaha?
So if you believe in the most talented team that Georgia has had in some time, 16-1 with the best player in baseball, Charlie Condon, is a very large price. But the Bulldogs, of course, today at home have to win this winner-take-all Game 3 against NC State. Odds weirdly not out yet for that finale in Super Regional action to determine that 8th and final spot in Omaha. As you saw the College World Series bracket as well, a reminder, Super Regional weekend is a little bit different. Best of 3 series between 2 teams at those 8 Super Regional sites. The bracket in Omaha is a double elimination format where you would go through the winner's bracket if you stay perfect into a CWS finals, or emerge out of the loser's bracket trying to avoid that second loss that would end your time in the Big O. So the bracket is already starting to set up. It is going to be, by the way, an all ACC and SEC affair. At this current point, we have 4 SEC teams, 3 from the ACC, NC State, ACC, Georgia, of course, SEC, that to be determined. I do find it interesting that Tennessee, the number 1 national seed, was tested by the Purple Aces of Evansville this weekend, but is still into Omaha and no longer the favorites as they were entering the Super Regionals. It is now A&M. Texas A&M in a high-scoring 15-9 game yesterday against Oregon wins both in College Station. They were down to the Ducks yesterday, a 9-run 7th inning that featured a grand salami from Caden Kent. for the Aggies as well. Now A&M the favorite. Kentucky into their first ever College World Series, the number 2 seed nationally. They look very, very stout. And North Carolina has had magic in Chapel Hill. Vance Honeycutt has been a walking walk-off for UNC throughout both the regional round and into the super regionals. Keep an eye on UNC. And if I may, DRS, the reason I love college baseball so much is because I spent 2 years working in Omaha, Nebraska, covering the College World Series, the greatest 2 weeks that you will ever have in the Big O. In my first year there, Florida State, under Mike Martin, made it to the College World Series. In fact, it was one of the 17 trips that Mike Martin, the legendary skipper for FSU, brought the Noles to. Mike Martin passed away this past February at the age of 79. He retired at the end of 2019 after 40 seasons as Florida State's head coach that featured one final run to the CWS in 2019. This is the first trip for the Seminoles since 11 passed away. Known affectionately as 11, it was his jersey number as that head coach for Florida State. So there will be some emotions in Omaha for the Noles as well. It is shaping up to be a great field, though, at the Men's College World Series this upcoming weekend.
Now, let me ask you this question, though. 1 through 8 as we're seated here. Jello shots are a big deal in Omaha. Do we have a breakdown on which fan base is going to be bringing the heat with the Jello shots here?
It's a great question. LSU last year absolutely set the world on fire, and the Tigers did win a national championship. So part of it is not only how your fan base can drink and tailgate, but how long you expect to be in Omaha. Yeah. I still think Tennessee has a great shot of at least reaching the CWS finals. I think the Vols top the board right now. You would have to think the 2 schools from the Sunshine State in Florida State and Florida can get the job done as well. I'll have my men's CWS and Rocco's Jello Shot Challenge power rankings out after tonight when we get that final spot booked in the Omaha 8.